No, not at all. Not at all. And like, I remember telling you, I was like, damn, I'm a little like nervous. 'Cause I think it was like our very first episode. I was like, man, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, man, just loosen the fuck up, man. Just say some shit just to relax your shit. Like,
Yeah, I mean
just relax.
that's what I do in mine. I mean, that's how I used to start my streams, and then it got into introducing myself.
I think that's how you. I think that's how you started the interview that you did on me.
Yeah,
That's how you started, and I think I just kept. I was like, oh, well, that's what we're doing. Okay, that's what we
yeah,
do now. Okay, cool, that's our thing. Cool,
yeah.
love it.
So finding my voice via streams in those first few episodes that I was doing on my own. So yeah, that's all it is. You just got to find out what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect segue into when we decide that we want to reintroduce ourselves. We've been doing this for 54 episodes, over 2 years of doing this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we got a lot of day ones that still tap in, but a lot of new listeners too. And so for y'all new listeners, welcome to Father Time with De'Meco and Blair, a place where we talk about balancing fatherhood, relationships, careers, and passions. I'm De'Meco, resident dad to a wackadoo toddler.
And I'm your player partner, host of the Motion Country Cousin Blair, aka Sir Winnie, father to the 9-year-old Royal Run, and she is choking motherfuckers out. She came into the house today and choked me out, bro. Like, I was like, why are you trying to fight me, dog? And like, she was like, come here. I was like, all right, damn, man. Let's get into it then.
Let's do it. That's wild.
Yeah, we got to put
That's
Milo away
wild.
too, because Milo gets mad. Like, he thinks like somebody's really getting hurt. So this nigga really he be on my shit, and I'm like, dog, I'm being abused.
Yeah.
Help me.
Help me. Nigga.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Facts. But yeah, I mean we kind of talked about it a little bit. Let's give the people a little bit of background on who we are, what we've been up to, why we do this thing called Father Time.
Yeah.
I have a conversation or a question that I want to maybe make a clip. We can save it after this, but I'm curious on your perspective. It's almost like a reaction.
Okay.
I'm just curious to know, almost like a reality check, like you gave me episode like 50, episode 51.
51, yeah.
Kind of like that, but like not applicable to me. I'm just curious on your take.
All right,
But
sure.
yeah, let's jump into it.
Yeah, so what we had kind of talked about earlier was what you broke down at the beginning of the show is like a reintroduction of who we are. And that, I mean, I think that's kind of needed in general, just because the pillars that we talk about, the pillars that we started the show on, they are our staple, how we introduce ourselves, how we introduce the podcast. But, episodes like 23, 25, things like that, like those episodes are hitting on one or two of those pillars, because we had and didn't have a structure that we were kind of going by. So now to be able to, I guess, like reset in a way, make this one of those, like, what's your favorite episodes? Like, this is the one. This is the one that we can manufacture and tell people this is our favorite one because of. So with our 4 pillars being fatherhood, relationships, careers, and passions, I'll kind of just kick it off. Like, how has the fatherhood journey been going for yourself since the break from 49 to 50 and 51?
Man, I mean, I'm gonna say it just like you. Shout out to therapy.
Hell yeah, big time.
Because shit, fatherhood has changed just in the last 2 weeks. Shit.
Hell yeah.
Bro, for real. Yeah, I mean, since the break, started going to therapy and just trying to be a little bit more patient and present with myself, but in turn, obviously, with Mayari. We've had a couple instances where Kate has had to remind me, like, it's okay to think about her future, but like, you still got to parent the 3-year-old that's sitting right next to you. So like, that reminder of we don't have to worry about the thing that you're talking about 20 years down the road. We gonna get there. Like, ain't no reason for me to talk about racial identity with my 3-year-old daughter. Yes, that is a big topic for me personally, for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't need to project that onto my 3-year-old daughter who is exhibiting no like behavior of needing that type of
Yeah.
conversation yet.
I
So
think you
yeah,
want to get yourself prepared with that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to find the ways to talk it out, and I understand because I was in your shoes too.
but like even in that, like this will kind of shed some light as the type of father I am, and for the folks listening, where I am in that fatherhood journey. Multiracial, black and Filipino,
Yeah, yeah,
in an interracial relationship,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I have a multiracial child.
yeah, yeah,
I've had to deal with my own racial identity and the ambiguousness of it all, and then throwing in the layer of being in an interracial marriage, then also navigating raising a child that at the moment is fairer skinned.
yeah.
That is a dynamic of racial identity that I will never be able to talk about. I can just give her the playbook about being black and Filipino. I don't know about what it means to be white passing or having a white mom. I'm like, you, baby girl, you're gonna have to navigate that on your own. But hey, 3 years old ain't probably the time to start having that conversation.
Pro- Probably not, and probably it's a step in the right place. But no, I definitely get where they're coming from. Like being the
Yeah,
dad to, excuse me, to Poppy, having her be as me looking, but lighter, because she is her dad black and her mom is like Native and Irish. So to have that white skin, light skin that she does have, it's crazy. It's even crazier because like whenever she's out with my wife, with Z, people look at her and they're like, "Oh, your daughter looks so much like you." She's like, "No, she don't. That's not my
you
daughter.
liar.
That's not my daughter at all." But for safety reasons, I'm happy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's ever like, "Ma'am, whose daughter do you have?" Like, this is
Yeah,
hers. So
yeah.
yeah,
That
that's
is
awesome though.
that's a dynamic I had to unpack as a son. Because at a certain age when I was young, I used to look like my mom, certain facial features and things like that. But
Yeah,
then you kind of recognize, like, oh, all right, nigga got a little bass in his voice, getting a little darker because he's out on the golf course. And then all of a sudden, I'm towering over my mom by like a foot. They're like,
yeah,
what? Explain this dynamic. And my mom had me young. So, like, again,
yeah.
explain this dynamic. Like, so, yeah, that was always a thing where my mom was looked at as almost like the nanny. And I was like, man, I can't imagine
Couldn't even
that. And
imagine.
now I kind of feel that way a little bit because of how fair Mayari is. I'm self-conscious about that. Like I'm like, all right, does everyone else know that this is my child? And I'm like looking, I'm like, she's over here hanging on every word that I'm saying. Like, yeah, everyone
Yeah.
knows this is my kid. Like, there ain't
I
no
mean,
ain't no
that's
mixing that up.
thank the good Lord that nigga Goose looks just like me. Just like she wears glasses, so
Yeah.
mine look just like me. That's crazy. Speaking of mine, since the break, I guess it's been like a journey for myself. Like you just brought up on your own, like a journey for myself, getting back into therapy, and also finding finding time to like make Poppy a priority. You know what I mean? Like these are very moldable, impressionable days and times with her. And she's been talking to me about things in general. Like I have conversation with her and I'm like, oh man, like one day you're gonna have like your own friends and you don't want to hang out with your pops. And she's like, no, yeah, I will. And I think I'm sure I said this like a couple of episodes ago too. But to me, that shit like I was like, for real? Because like to me, I'm like, oh, like you still love me. Like I'm still like top rank in your eyes a little bit because you are like this is a real feeling for you. And even like when I took her out for Valentine's Day, she was like just at the table playing tic tac toe with me and like asking me all the questions like, where would I want to live? Where would I want to go? And I was like I don't know where I want to live like for forever. Like I want to live wherever you're at. And she was like, No, I was like, I want to live somewhere where like you can come visit me. She's like, I'll come visit you, especially if it's warm. And I was like, all right, cool. I want to go wherever you want to go though, because I'm just trying to follow you for the rest of your life. But that's my dog, bro, and like seeing little bitty things about her that, in a way, are like better than me. It's like I get hyped about that shit, and I've been like letting her know since she was like 5 or 6, like I need you to be better than me. And like you don't know what this means right now, dog. Like this is that's a heavy statement, but like you have to be better than me. Not for me to live through you vicariously, but for me to, I guess, like if anything, God forbid, was to happen to me at like an early age in your life, like I would feel that, like, I guess, like peace. You know, like I'm okay with whatever's about to happen because like I know that you got this last name taken care of. You gonna be able to carry everything and keep going forward. So to know that dog is 9 years old, knocking out algebra, not pre-algebra, algebra, like
That's so crazy. That's so
6 + n² = 36. I don't know. Thank the good Lord that I got that damn cheat sheet, nigga.
Yeah, we
Because
got some audience members that are out here doing the math. They paused it real quick to do this
yeah,
math.
yeah. Put
Yo,
that in the
let us know in the
comment
comments if
section.
you got it right. Let us know in the comments if you got it right.
Episode 54 is off to a fucking fast start, ain't it? I just wanted to interrupt to say how we appreciate you guys for being here, for watching another episode. Continue to rock out with us, continue to support the Father Time brand. Yeah, I ain't got too much more to say, man. I love you guys. Make sure to tell us that you love them. Peace.
Hell yeah. I mean, I think this is a good segue. We got to bring it back to the regularly scheduled program of Forgotten Fictional Fathers.
Oh yeah, who is the forgotten fictional father this week?
Nigga, I'm a mad because the surprise is ruined, but also like I think it's just on par for what we're doing. We're kicking it back to MCU, and I wanted to do this one because I have gotten back into rewatching the whole Infinity Saga,
Oh yeah,
but I also want to get into mentioning this father before Doomsday comes out, just in case things get a little murky.
yeah.
Yeah, some of our MCU fans might understand that, but this forgotten fictional father is Howard Stark, father to Tony Stark, and the line that I'm thinking of because it comes from some people don't like this one, but Iron Man 2 hits
Solid
for me.
movie.
Solid movie. Reintroduction of Colonel Rhodes, played by
Don
oh my
Cheadle.
god, Don Cheadle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I saw a clip of what they were talking about with Terrence Howard playing Iron Man.
Iron Man.
I lost, I lost it. But let me get back to my man Howard Stark and the line that he hits with Iron Man 2. What is and always will be my greatest creation is you. The pride that I hear in your voice when you talk about Poppy and her in school, I think about that. That scene in particular, Tony's going through old footage, and Howard had presence of mind to, hey, let me record this, and I'm limited by the technology of my time and all this stuff, but like, you are the key. This is what we're doing here for Father Time.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted for Mayari.
Yeah.
Was that my voice could carry through time for her to come back and watch this and get some insight as to who her papa was and how her papa thought and how we try to solve our problems, you know, like through communication, through transparency, just through accountability and vulnerability, all these things. I'm like, so that is why Howard Stark, I'm surprised that it took me this long to get to his name, because what he did in that movie is basically what we're doing with this show. But shout out Howard Stark, the forgotten fictional father of this week. Let's give our better halves their just due. Let's talk about relationships, because something that, especially like after the break, something that Kate and I've had to navigate was just the changing landscape of our relationship as it intertwined with Father Time, with De'Meco and Blair, Father Time Media, like that whole dynamic. Um, let's talk about the relationships. How are things in Blair's world?
Shout out to couples therapy. I'll say that to start. We've been not figuring out better ways to communicate, but learning different styles of communication, i.e., different ways to ask questions, different ways to approach situations instead of feeling like everything has to be a you statement, make things I statements, propose things as questions. That way that you can get more understanding before you make whatever thoughts that you got to make. So that's just simple dad gym game right there. That's husband. That's husband to husband to husband. Use that shit because that's the shit that you're gonna need. That being said, I know that she listens. So per recording, we weren't doing the greatest, but we are. Nigga, she ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. So we're gonna have to figure this shit out one way or the other. And it's just minor things that we'll be able to get bounce back from and things like that. But it's a gorgeous thing. Excuse me, overall, the relationship that I have with this girl, being able to like, I guess like list off the, I would say the things that if I was her, I don't know what she put up with it for. Straight up and down, she could have. And like when I think about it, it was all within our first like year and a half, 2 years together. Like she could have been like, like this nigga's not a red flag. He is the red flag. Like it's not a flag, it's the flag, the walking one.
Yeah.
But I guess she has like a love for me that I guess she could see past the like self sabotage that was going on, and where the pain like originated from, right? Where the origin was. So, like I say all the time, like my life and like how I thought of things and how I thought of myself was a very, very, very what do you want to call it? Like a roaring rapid, a crazy ass fucking current. And I didn't know what safety looked like until I saw somebody on the edge, like with a stick out saying like, I got you. And it wasn't a fake stick. It wasn't a slim like that. Like this motherfucker was holding a big ass log and was like, I got you, dog. And I was like, hey, this motherfucker might break. She's like, no, it's not. Just bring your punk ass in. It's gonna break. I don't trust it. She's like, no, you don't trust yourself. And man, you just gotta get out your way sometimes and allow what God sent you to work. And when a man finds a wife, he finds favor in the Lord. And I thank God for her. Like I'll say that for shit show.
That's beautiful.
That's my nigga, dog.
It's funny that you phrased it that way, like feeling safe. Because I literally had therapy today, and that's what he asked. Like that's what my therapist asked me. Like, when was the first time you kind of felt safe with your partner, with Kate? And I was like, shit, since day one, since the day I met her. That was the first day I got a chance to start to peel back the layers of who I was. Like she made me that comfortable where I could now get to know myself. And she has, and you know me, Blair, only for a couple years, but Nick, you know, when I pick a lane, I get obsessive about that lane, so I go all
Yes, you
in.
do.
Nigga, I've lived 20 different lifetimes before you and I even met. She'd been along for the ride for all of them and won't like force me to hesitate, but she'll be like, oh, that's cool. Like she'll just kind of gas it up. Like, oh, you want to do the vibe golf thing or the content creator? Oh, cool. That's dope.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Like that's dope. But like she'll like never be like, why? Like she'll never like throw salt on the onto the party. And so she has given me a pathway to trying to understand myself, and for that I'm always going to be indebted because I mean I would have been a mini version of my dad, and no shade on him, but like that was just not a version I wanted to be, and that therapy bill would have been twice as high, you know, like that should have, it would have compounded eventually, and something would
Twice as
have
late too.
had to give. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm so thankful and for you to use that phrasing of feeling safe, and it's easy to be a good teammate when the team's winning.
Oh yeah. Oh,
It's when
talk your shit.
it's when the team is losing, you know.
Yep.
And people start to get into pointing fingers, and that's always something that I'm so thankful that Kate and I've always had in our relationship. It's not about who wins the argument, it's about how do we grow from this, because like you were saying, like ain't no one going anywhere. Like we're locked in, and so this is actually a perfect segue to a question that I wanted to ask at the beginning of the
Go
episode.
for it.
I'm just curious on your reaction here. Say you have a friend, all right? And this friend, his wife, and your wife are friends. That's really how you know that person.
Okay. Okay.
What if you find out from your wife that the topic of conversation for the girls' night thing, whatever, talks of divorce, talks of just whatever, like just real shit, like real like relationship shit. You're friends with this person. Do you tell him, nigga, lock the fuck in? Because like, all right, you and me, I'm like, this is what I'm struggling with. Because like, it's like, don't tell me how to parent my kid. Like the whole relationship thing, like that is how I'm imagining it. But like, nigga, you're my, like, this person is my friend. Damn, I don't want to see him go through it. Like, lock in, unless you think it's unresolvable. But like, nigga, you dropping the ball here. Like, I guess I don't know what, I don't have a playbook for that. Is there a right way to do that? I don't know. Do I just keep my mouth shut?
So I think there's a few different ways to answer that entire thing. And that's like the weird part about this. But what I will say is not like I know this for certain, but per most actions, once a woman's fed up, she's like done and she's made her mind up. So if it's already gotten to that point, got risk her, so like it might already be cooked. But so what I would say is if it was Z and Kate and you and I, and it was one of those type of relationships, I'm coming to you like, hey, bro, I'm gonna need you to fix home base, nigga. Like you gotta fix home base. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit cannot happen. Whatever it is that you think you doing, course correct. Like fast as fuck, quick, fast, and in a hurry. If it
Nigga did that. That's why we took a break. Not that that was
exactly,
a
nigga, like no, we're
concern,
not doing that
but you
shit.
were just like, nah. Look, if things at my house are this way, nigga, I know it's at your house too. So like, let's lock in together.
Yep. Because nigga, I ain't going on date nights either, bro. So we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to figure some shit out right now, nigga. And that's how we got into the bowling league. We gonna do something up in it bit, nigga. We gonna fall in love.
Yeah.
Ain't no such thing as falling out of love. Fuck that mean. That
Right.
sounds stupid.
Yeah.
But all right, so that's the first scenario. Like if we close as shit, if you really my brother, best
Yeah.
friend, I'm gonna let you know. If you are once a month, our families link up for like game nights, or we go out to like get food together, or we're forced to be at the same birthday party or some shit like that, like coworker esque shit. It just depends on what level of I fuck with this dude where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I genuinely rock with homie, hey dog, like I'm not saying this, but I'm saying that not yours, but most of them were talking about this at the party. So I don't know what we got to do, nigga. I'm buying flowers every Tuesday. So whatever you got to do to fix yours, do that. If it's
Yeah.
a homie I really don't rock with, I don't care. Like that's I don't owe that person anything. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like you could be just a piece of shit at the crib, and your lady just fed up with it. And
Yeah.
but all stories are told from one's perspective. And the game of telephone is a crazy ass game because
Yeah,
sometimes girls'
and
night
and
has like
and I
wine
think
involved
that
and the conversation
yeah, and
goes
that's why
from
I don't think I would say anything just because I'm like in the heat of conversation. You never know. Also, some folks could just be making stuff up just to keep up with the conversation.
yeah.
Like
I
just to
do.
be a part of it.
I ain't gonna lie. I do that shit at work. Like I never like shit on my wife, but like there's times when people be at work and they're like, man, like the girl did this and this. I'm like, yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. But like, I don't.
I don't know.
I don't. I'm good over here, dog.
I think no, that's a good segue because you're talking about uh, careers, something that we talk about, trying to balance all this stuff that we're doing with the jobs. Obviously, our jobs are vastly different. Like you were just saying, you can kind of create your own schedule. I've got a schedule kind of laid out for me.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So my perspective is coming from that corporate America 9 to 5 gig that is not soul sucking. Like
Jesus
we're trying to be
Christ.
we're trying to have gratitude over here.
Yes, sir.
That abundant mindset. But no, I mean, yeah, trying to find the balance of providing for my family while also being present with my family and chasing a passion that hopefully can replace the career.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of cool because I'm like, oh, the job is my biggest investor to
Big
what we're
time. Hey,
doing
yo,
here. Like
big time.
that's
Yeah, that's how we got to look at it. And that's, I
so
mean,
that's the way I'm trying to pivot that. I was like, nah, yeah, I'm thankful for so and so manager.
no, like,
For my last email, motherfucker.
no, I still, in a way, I still work for someone. Like, if it's not for my clients, shout out to y'all. If it wasn't for my clients, I genuinely wouldn't have as many like work days or as much confidence in my job or as much confidence to say like I don't work for anybody. But also that was the game plan. You know, when I got laid off from Centos, it was a I would say it was a very 9 to 5, but I was up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to get to the shop at 6, to start work by, to get on the road by 7, to get to the city at 8, and hopefully get back before it's time to pick up Goose. But that never happened, you know? So like I'm missing out on a lot of days because when I get home, I'm tired as a dog. I'm just eating, going to sleep. There's no gaming, there's no golf time, like none of that. And even on like my days off, there was really nothing there. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have the energy to do anything because it was like scheduled for like my day off, everything that I can do or that I need to do, like grown up wise, I need to do right now. Like I don't have like a free
Hmm.
day. And now it's gotten to the point where like after they laid me off, I sat in the fucking car and like cried for a little bit and I was like, all right, bro, what are we doing? Like what's next? And barber was the more expensive in, but it routed me to the quicker way to make money. And I kind of look at being a barber as like low key being a drug dealer a little bit. It's fast money. My product sells itself. Like if it's a good product, it's gonna sell itself. I'm gonna have somebody say that such and such brought them in, and all right, there we go. And within that, my daughter gets to see like kind of like how we were, or like how we mapped it out. Where if we can. I don't have to be in the barbershop as much because the pod does most of the heavy lifting for us, right?
Hmm.
So if the podcast can work in the same fashion as barbering, my daughter can see like what entrepreneurship looks like. And then
Hmm.
that's the bug that she catches instead of catching the bug of like what, Rockefeller said, a nation of workers, not a nation of thinkers. Like we want a
Hmm.
household of little creative thinkers. We want some pushback. And I'm glad that my wife was like all right enough with me to let me, stab at this whole like figure shit out, because it was a bunch of random ass jobs and then barber school.
Nigga, when we started this, yeah, you were in barber school, so
Yeah,
like you went from being a student to then being a full time barber,
yeah,
and then trying to build up your client list. Um, Man, good on you,
that's great.
because that is that. I mean, that is way more unpredictable than what I'm rocking with. There's stability with what I'm rocking with. You literally had to go to school for something that you did not know how to do other than maybe line yourself up, you know? But
Boy,
like
yeah,
to do, and then nigga, you showed me some of the textbooks and the flashcards and shit. Nigga was studying biology of follicles and shit.
bro, yeah.
Like,
It's crazy to think about. Like it takes more training to be a barber than it does to be a police officer in this country.
and
How's
that's
your
our
job going
episode.
again?
I was gonna say, that's our episode. Because I was about to double down and be like, I mean, teachers, I mean, Kate's got to always
Yeah,
get recertified and all this stuff. Like,
she's never not certified, bro. Like, you know
nah,
what I'm
she
saying? So
is
like being a
certified
teacher,
up.
so that and this is another big time conversation that I have. I enjoy the escapism of sports. I understand where that lies in our nation and in our country, but there is no reason on God's green earth that the highest paid person in the state of Oregon should be Oregon Ducks football coach because he does not apply anything to the state besides happiness for 7 months out of the year. And that happiness dies off fairly fast because they lose a lot in the championship games. So, again, what were we talking about? My bad. We talking about passions. I think we're getting
We're
into
talking
passions
about,
now.
I think we're getting into passions right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Getting
And
into.
my my guy is passionately honest.
Oh yeah.
So, Blair, what are you passionate about right now?
Honestly, dog, is this. And I know that probably is like mad corny to whoever's watching for the first time, but whatever. But it genuinely is like speaking on the first half of the episode and the first half of our conversation, where the barriers were coming in was like a lot of the things that my brother was presenting to his brother via De'Meco, the creator, De'Meco, the producer of the show. I was turning down as like a bratty actor, or a bratty talent. You know what I'm saying? So being able to finally see what this like can be with full force effort from both of us, not just from one of us, has given me more of a kick in the ass to be passionate about our product. You know what I'm saying? And kind of a not even like in a bad way, but the it sells itself topic that I got from a mutual of both of ours that kind of put a battery in my back as well to make sure that everything that we do with this show from henceforth is something that not only we both can be proud of, but we know is going to sell itself to the people that listen. And that goes back to the thank yous that you guys hear in between the episodes and things like that. Like those are genuine as fuck because you really are getting in on the ground floor of something that we know is going to be dope because we know how fucking passionate this modern age of fathers are. So that's what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about this show. I'm passionate about being a modern age dad. I'm passionate about, because I didn't have a relationship with my dad, I'm passionate about beating him at being a dad. And the score is 1-0. So,
I love that. I love that. I mean, obviously, I would echo that as well. This is one of the many passions that I have. I think my newfound one is me.
oh, I
If
thought
I'm
you were going to
being
say running.
honest,
My bad. Ooh,
nah, nigga, this therapy journey's no fucking joke, bro.
bro, swear to God, they get you. They make you
Bro,
want to
it's
fight them
like,
at first.
nah, I can't. I'm not. It's almost I'm beyond that. I'm just fighting myself now. You know, like that's just nigga. Why the hell did you do that? I don't know. Like I'm like we've had this conversation about like North Stars and it's why like the top five fictional fathers mean so much to me because I'm creating an example that I didn't have out of my own dad on how I knew I wanted to be a dad. But there's just like the weight of all of that and like I'm just passionate about trying to understand myself more
Okay, yeah.
because I'm like I can't provide any source of clarity to Mayari if I don't have a baseline understanding of why I made certain decisions, you know? Because that's, I think, where my dad kind of fell short is he couldn't really explain where his mental was to do what he did when he did what he
Yeah.
did. And I want to be able to articulate that. and then obviously be able to handle the nuances of parenting a woman in this world. You know, like I want to be able to transition gracefully as every stage she transitions to. And so like that is what I'm really passionate about right now is, I mean, shout out to Kate, shout out to you recommending therapy. It has been the best thing of 2025 and 2026 of reintroducing myself to y'all, but also to me.
Yeah.
And so the things that like Kate was like, I don't need you to be Randall Pearson. I just need you to be De'Meco. And I was like, that hit me equally as hard as when she told me that I get a chance to be Mayari's Mufasa. Like, that's how much it hit me because I was like, that was such a real statement for somebody to tell me, like, nigga, stop trying to be that person. That's not you. Be you, the person I fell in love with. Be that goofy little dude that was doing fucking musicallys and TikTok dances. Like, be that version of yourself because nigga, you were just having fun. Do the things that genuinely bring you joy, and that's why I started rewatching like the MCU movies because I'm like, I love being in that universe. I love rewatching episodes of New Girl. I love reading these self-help books because I like exploring the philosophy behind it or the psychology behind why I want to think a certain way. Nigga, we multifaceted over here. Like, yeah, we like to create. I like creating. Like, this is the best creative outlet I've ever had. And I'm so thankful that you agreed to be on the show with me because I get to do this. And then, oh, hey, we got a great idea for a concept for a segment. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Like, it's just fun to have these conversations because it's all also part of me learning more about me, but then trying to be a better friend to you, better friend to other people, be a better husband, better friend. Like, nigga just wants to be good. You know, I just want to be better.
Yeah, just want to be 1% better than I was yesterday. I think the biggest thing, like to piggyback off of what Kate said, it's like, yeah, I know that we get our inspiration from these lists. Yeah, we got to be the people that they loved first. Like, and I think that's like something that a lot of parents in general do. Having a kid shapes you different. It makes you different. Like no bullshit. You see
There is no
the
going
world.
back.
Yeah, there's no going back. There you see the world a lot different. And for a lot of people it can be taxing. So you kind of forget who you are within this process of being a parent. And it's pretty dope to hear your wife tell you to like find yourself again within being De'Meco the husband and De'Meco the father. You still need to be De'Meco for De'Meco. So that's pretty dope that she that awareness is like still around you so much because like you really do, bro. Like because you're a dope ass person. So to be able to still be you in this whole entire thing, yeah, we do need the the t-shirts and the Winnie the Bish, but we are like we all fell in love with De'Meco. Just give us more of that.
Yeah. That was, and that's kind of what she was saying. Is like, yeah, bro, just be you. And that's when I was recognizing. I was like, all right, yeah, these are all great North Stars, and I think I like these characters not just because of the peak of what they are, but also acknowledging their fatal flaws, the things that hold them up. And I'm like, those are people, you know. And I'm like, I have deficiencies that hold me up, and I'm like, that's what I want to address. I'm like, all right, if I can sprinkle a little bit of Bandit Healer on my ability to play with my toddler, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Like, let me put the phone away and be like, all right, we brushing hair? No, we're not brushing hair, Papa.
Yeah.
This is tea party time.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, it's yeah, the stages that you transition from. This kind of brings it all full circle. Single Blair, single De'Meco, to married Blair and married De'Meco, to parents. Like, we're going through those stages.
Mine was flipped.
Yeah. But like, then the significant other, mother of the child, they're going through those changes. So like, I have to reintroduce myself to myself. Kate has to do that for herself. And then we still have to make sure that we're growing at the same rate so that this is still the thing, you know?
Yeah, this nigga just sent me a pair of shoes she wants to buy. I'm sorry. My wife is wild. She's a wild girl. Speaking of passion, shout out to her. Do your thing. She has to go like therapy shop. But yeah, bro, like it's still rising with each other. It's still being one. Like it's how we are for the show, how we are for one another. She still wants to be that for you. It's just got to connect, and then she can hype you up. You can hype her up because we still waiting on them children books, nigga. We still waiting on them children's books, nigga. Yeah, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop.
I
Let me
don't know
stop.
if that's happening.
It better happen. I done told people. I done told people.
All I can say is the current passion is not having a second kid.
There you
That's
go.
the current. That's the current
When you get a
passion.
three-nager, it starts to make you think different.
Yeah, on a whole front, it's just, bro, being a parent is exhausting, especially when you give a shit.
It's a
Like,
full-time job, 24 hours a day.
bro, it is so taxing, and then you're doing it with another person or a village of people where you're just trying to sculpt this child.
Who does not want to be formed? That's the part of the job that people forget to say. It's like, yeah, she's like, we are here to help mold this child into being whatever beautiful, smart, like adequate, sympathetic, empathetic human being that we can be. But there's going to be a TV show, a friend that's going to drop in a little bit of spice. Something in her life is going to happen to her that's only identifiable with her. It's going to make her her own piece of clay. And all the things that we thought we did, out the window. Nope. Nope. Now what?
Yep.
Now how
She
do
gonna
you
hit you with
pivot,
the "I need to talk to your manager" talk.
bro?
Like, nah, I don't buy it. I
Bro.
don't buy it.
Yeah. But yeah, to again to wrap the entire thing full circle, being a parent is a full-time job and it's hard, but it's the most rewarding thing you can ever do. Being a husband is a full-time job. One of the more taxing situations because it's a forever thing. It's a you and I until the wheels fall off. Because again, your kid is going to go off. They're going to get married. We were somebody's children. Our parents were somebody's children. They went off, had sex, had babies, got married, and then you're not truly that connected to home base like you were before because you now have your own. So it's about building the relationships in that. It's about leveling up every single day in your career, 1% better than you were yesterday. And then it's also about being the type of parent that not only you wanted to be, but the type of parent that you know your child at that time needs you to be.
That part.
Yeah.
That part right there.
And
That part right there.
that in and of itself is this thing called father time. So obviously this is my brother and we don't have a guest today, so like the we could be talking for forever is a more relevant thing right now at this point
Definitely right now.
than at any other point. If you are liking what you heard at any point in time in this episode, make sure that you share this with a friend and also put in the comment, what does fatherhood mean to you? So for De'Meco, for myself, I'm your play partner, host and your country cousin Blair. Love you all. Make sure you tell some that you love them. Peace.
Come and take a look behind the scenes. See who's been a father, superhero every day. I'm on the grind. I won't never ever take a day off. Everything I do is gonna pay off. Your little father time with me, with me, with me. You should try a little father time with me, with me, with me.
So how's training been going for your room? Because that's coming up soon,
Bro,
right?
yeah, I mean, when this episode airs, I'll be running that Sunday.
Damn.
Yeah, I had to take some time off. Shout out to two creators. Hopefully, we get them on the show. Aubrey, I want to get his IG handle right, but I think it's like bigger than the run. And then Dre, out of New York. they were talking to me, asking me questions about my injury, and they made a post about certain AI generated training programs that are basically having folks overtrain.
Yeah.
And I had to be a little bit more accountable. Just because your boy's been hitting the gym does not mean I'm a middle of the pack runner. You know, like I just don't run. So like I should have been at the beginner stages. So yeah, had to throttle back the training, get some PT done. Got fitted for some new shoes. Shout out Asics.
Hell yeah. Military runners.
Hell yeah.
Military runners.
But yeah, your boy is back onto the training program and excited for this 8K Shamrock Shuffle here in Chicago. So if you are in the city and you are running, let me know. Maybe we can link up. Yeah, I think we're doing Irish car bombs afterwards.
That's
so it'll be the
wild.
first time right?
Wild thing to do, brother.
It's gonna be St. Patty's Day, so like
Yeah, it's my wife.
I don't really
That's my
rock
wife's
green.
B-day, so I'm gonna definitely be getting drunk that day too.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, you're running too.
Yeah, I'm running in April 26th. I'll be running a 5K for Girls on the Run, so that's gonna be something dope.
Yeah.
But the plan for myself is 5K and a 10K this year, and then half and a full next year. So that's the level up that I'm gonna try to do, and then I'm gonna be done with running because fuck that. That puts me at 37. Running a marathon at 37 that'll be a dream come true. And look at you, had to get new shoes. I'm already broke. I don't need to break no more, cuz like I'm good. I'm fucking good.
I got running shoes and then I've got shoes that I run in, and which is crazy.